Come to think of it, I don't know, I've seen from his crews, Mikey.
All right, I'm calling to order at 6:05.
Big Mike.
Okay. Everybody had, received the minutes.
Oh, Mike works for us now, right?
Would you like a copy?
Really?
Surely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he started off October.
No kidding. Get that deal.
Yeah.
So I'm always wondering why I have students go from Walkway.
Okay.
His kids go to school across the street from my house.
Okay, everyone have a few
So I
minutes
figured
to
that's where he's
review.
Okay. You have an agenda?
That's my next door neighbor, the teacher.
Are you gonna do the minutes?
Yeah, right across, yeah.
I think she has the agendas up.
Where the gym and stuff used to be. Used to be a gym.
I knew it was a bed and breakfast, now it's a chiropractor office.
Oh, that one.
It used to be, Nancy and Joe Carson lived there.
Back there. All along.
Did you know
Print
that-
a copy.
Nancy was, that's her brother, they got burnt out right here.
I'll print your copy.
Really? Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's okay, this is it, I'll follow on yours.
And then John Roberts.
I just make all sorts of notes. I print
If
that
I
off.
had recontacted, if I knew that guy that was doing the thing, I'd take a motion to the minutes concerned that they were taking advantage of a brother and things were happening.
All right. There's a motion to accept the minutes.
Oh, second,
I will. Yeah, second. Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
okay,
Aye.
I'll abstain. I wasn't here,
Willing to, yeah.
my cohort was here.
Yes, he was. Okay. I sent everyone a copy of the floor plan that JT and Tyler,
Brian, actually.
okay, JT and Brian. Do you want a copy? Okay. You have a copy, you have a copy? All right, there was some suggestions that Chris Kanka had sent.
yeah, he's looking for, chief,
Me?
you. He's looking for an extra door, should we put an extra door from the interview room to the patrol room?
I'm gonna say no, and I'll tell you why.
Okay,
Okay,
Really the best thing with interview rooms is one way in, one way out. Cause sometimes people are in there voluntarily, sometimes, you know, maybe they're not free to leave, and, you know, there's interview tactics and everything like that, and it's always to sit the person away from the door,
this was,
so that way
The
it's
second
us
window.
between them and the door, so if that way they're not free
Yeah,
to
right.
leave and they try to leave, we can
Right.
get between them.
right,
So I really would like one way in, one way out.
one way out.
Yeah, obviously, if it's something that we
So,
need to be
that's
discreet
the
about, I'm
interview
pretty
room.
sure we all have a good enough working relationship with each other that
Yeah,
being
so
in
it's right
within
here.
that building. We could be like, hey, we're bringing in an interview, it's, you know, it's a sensitive thing, make yourself scarce, we'll let you know when it's done.
So-
Go ahead.
No, I misread his email, I thought he was talking about where the location of the door was, in fact, he didn't see one, and I didn't either. Well, I guess I do see it now.
Yep, it's in the hall,
It's in the corner,
yep, in the corner.
okay, I see it now, so I misread his email, I thought, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'd really rather just have one way in, one way
Yeah,
out.
Right.
I mean,
And obviously, that's the shortest point from the lobby to there, that way if someone is free to leave, if they wanna get up and walk out, they know where the exit is, we don't have to stand between them and getting out, we don't have to escort them through our patrol room to get in or out, they can get up, walk out, go right out the door. I
Right,
think it's in the best location possible.
okay,
And as far as his other point, if you don't mind, I'll speak to the trainer.
okay.
yeah,
You
let's,
should see it.
I don't understand that.
It's not the biggest, we understand that, we know that going into this, but as far as his comment about there's no justifiable reason to have bunk rooms, I think we've killed that. We've talked about that 100 times.
yeah, I was kinda, I gotta admit, I was kinda surprised.
I'm not gonna go there again.
I would say that if he was here, I mean, he talked about, is this big enough, do we have enough space after visiting the fire station for the apparatus space and all that, is that big enough, and the need for drainage, for being able to wash inside and take care of everything, to cut something. I thought that was kind of like we'd already moved on, that we
Yeah, I
all
think we've
agreed
hashed
that.
that enough already.
I thought so too, I don't know.
So what about a utility closet?
I do concur that that is something that needs to be considered. Right now, I don't want us to keep wasting our time, and by our time, I mean us trying to draw this. I think right now, we'll add that to the list, and when we send it to Lee to draw, Lee can help us with that. If, if he can find the hole to put that in, perfect. My thought was incorporating that into one of the bathrooms.
There's only one bathroom.
There's only one bathroom.
So ideally, that'll be split into two.
Oh, man.
Will it fit for the,
That's the question.
ADA?
And we have there's the IT mechanical room next to it. There's thoughts that if that needs to expand, that IT mechanical room can, I don't wanna say go away, but move
Move to a different,
elsewhere. Brian and I talked about like the PD file storage, the server rack could be in that room because that will still be a secure room and that could be in like a back corner kind of deal.
They're mounted up on a wall.
Or on a wall, yeah. There's options there if we need to expand that bathroom space out a little
Right,
bit wider than it
okay.
currently is.
Okay.
But obviously, we can't just have one toilet for the whole facility.
yeah, I was gonna,
And obviously too, I was thinking about it, if we need a slop sink somewhere, there's nothing saying that it can't live in a corner of the salad port either.
That's what I was thinking.
That too.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
And we've got that
If we
mechanical
have to
storage.
put it somewhere and we have nowhere, and I'm gonna quote that,
Yeah,
You
we
know.
put that mechanical storage there, and that was an idea of Sergeant Baker's, just the rack of tires or whatever for the cruisers to maintain the cruisers. So that's kind of dead space, if you will. So yeah, if there's a slop sink in the
we can
corner
put a
of that-
slop sink there, we can put our tires up on a shelf, like,
right,
similar to what the old Ospey PD was set up like, is where my vision is gonna be.
Yeah, you can put it-
Eliminate our files in the Connex, build shelving up out of our operational space of the Sally Port, store those there. We'll have a wall or a section of the Sally Port for tires, wipers, headlight bulbs if applicable anymore, which everything's going LED, so that's kinda null and void. And if we were to incorporate a slop sink into that, it would be a space too, we could have a nozzle for washing cruisers, we could keep, cruisers cleaning supplies, decon stuff, everything there, that if our cruisers get, bloody or covered in body fluids, which they tend to do, we have somewhere that we can decontaminate it if it's not something that we have to send out.
Okay.
So, food for thought, so this entire area most likely will get a frame and drop ceiling, much like what you see here, throughout the entire structure.
I would think so.
Above that too.
Having said that, currently above, like where the bell is and all that stuff. I mean, could we put in a drop staircase or a small
That's where
staircase
the IT stuff is now.
and
Yeah.
make the IT room up
Yeah,
there?
like I said, there's numerous options, whatever works best.
I mean, even if we had to expand the hard surface ceiling,
Right.
over, for the kitchen, whatever,
Yeah.
Basically make
and make a bigger IT space.
Right,
And then if we had to utilize that space you've said for IT now, for our utility, whatever,
Yep. Yeah.
There's all stuff we could send
There's
to Lee and
options.
make it make sense.
I just think I think we're at the point with, both departments are in agreement, we're good. Get it to Lee, we can work with Lee on the finite details.
So there was one question in the training room, it's got a question mark up there, you guys did?
the window.
A door.
That was a question mark for an exterior door. I think it might have actually been a suggestion of Sergeant Baker, is if we were already gonna have like a door out of the patrol room and a door out of the Sally Port on that side, maintain a walkway the whole length of the building, and then you have another egress point out of the training room.
Do you need it?
That's why it's a question mark. No, it's not needed, but it doesn't hurt.
But when we have the double doors on that end anyway, so.
Oh, and actually that jogged my memory, that was the other question, is at the end of that hallway between the bunk rooms and the training room, there's space for a door there. The question was, would we be able to have a door there with the generator being out back? When I went out and looked at it, there's enough space between the building and the generator that we could have a small walkway there. It wouldn't be a primary in and out, but it's a secondary.
As far as like the exhaust from the current generator, would that create a problem
Is there
having a
Distance.
door?
It shouldn't, there's already windows there and it's separated far enough from the building, and I believe the exhaust for that unit's on the back of the generator blowing towards the woods. So it shouldn't create any issues.
I mean, ideally, you're gonna have a new door, it's gonna be sealed, so you wouldn't have to worry about that, but over time, it's gonna potentially get worn out or whatever.
Absolutely, and for what it's worth, the windows we have now, you can breathe through, and we haven't had any carbon monoxide issues, so. For what it's worth.
Speaking to be optimistic here, I do think this is probably one of the more quality layouts that we've come up with in the secondary, layout from as far as the first one that we put out. I
right,
really think that
The tough part,
we worked really hard to make it make sense for everybody, and I think we have accomplished that tenfold.
the tough part is it's an awkward shape of a building, and then having the bathroom kitchen area locked in its position. It was like the Jenga game trying to piece everything around it in the right space and maintain, enough hallway and all that good stuff, so. This whole thing has been tough to try and fit everything in, but yeah, like the chief said, I think we're finally at that point where we're at.
So back to my question, or do we need the door in the training room?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so it's gone.
We can put that on the list too, to send, once we send it out, like eliminate that door and.
And I have a door off the kitchen as well, go ahead and cross that out. As long as that door in the back is feasible, as long as that doesn't get nixed for any reason, the exhaust, whatever. We don't need any other doors out there, the reason that door was off the kitchen was so that if we get to the point where we have crews in the bunk rooms, that was their way out to the apparatus
I
building.
agree with that.
But if they have that door out the back side of the building, that's.
Well, we still need some sort of door on that side of the building to get to the apparatus space, I don't think it'd be wise for people to be running out the front of the building, going around the building, going up the driveway.
No, the back door between the bunk room and the training room would be that primary route.
Right here.
yes, Linda,
Yeah, who, the people that are manning the firehouse now during the day, where will they be when and if this is built?
Primarily their space will be the crew office in the front. And they'll have a window out to the lobby for burn permits and stuff like that, the computers will be there. Obviously they'll be in the apparatus building when they do all their equipment checks and their daily assigned duties. They'll have daily chores, they have them now, so cleaning, keeping everything clean, all that stuff. So amongst that type of work, their primary space would be in that crew office.
And, is there one person there a day or two?
Myself and one other person,
And then,
so a total of two, but myself being one of them.
And I think too, that crew office space will occupy if there is at any point a secretary being from my standpoint of the fire departments, that's where they'll be located, so that way they can handle the day-to-day stuff being, like you said, burn permits, our accident report requests, police report requests, pistol permits, all that stuff. So that way they can handle everything from the lobby, so that way this facility remains secure.
so we have a kitchen in the firehouse now.
Yep.
Yep.
Correct? What will that be used for if this is?
It's in the same location. The new one is in the same location. It's wider, so it comes out into where the trucks are parked more now. But it's the same location, so it'll be in that same footprint.
We're not moving it.
Yeah, the bathroom and
The
and
bathroom
the
is not
kitchen
being
area,
moved.
the stuff we just renovated is all locked in place, so we don't move any of that. I mean, obviously, the bathroom, like I said, we're gonna need more than one toilet, so they're gonna have to move things around within that space, but they're not gonna be demoing that space. And actually, if we cut out that IT mechanical, they may not have to touch what's currently there, depending on,
That, yeah, like
How
you
that
said, that
works
could
out.
live either in the storage or in
Yeah.
the ceiling.
so.
So, on the back side with the two doors, because of the snow coming off. What's the plans there to?
You're talking about Sallyport Patrol Room, that side?
Yeah, as far as.
I mean, my thought was just a.
One of those like bolt-on porch roofs.
Yeah.
And we can maintain the walkways, there's gonna be enough of us there during the days, it doesn't have to be anything we add to right now being Brad's
And
responsibility.
we have a donated snow blower in the building now that we use, we'll clean like the back doors and stuff like that, so our crews will run that snow blower down the back pathway,
Okay.
keep all that access open.
It's something that we can, either push out into the driveway or into the woods. If it's a lot of snow, we can push it out away from the Sallyport door, so that way when they plow, we can pull all that away from the building. Same thing for the lobby entrance and all that, we can all shovel out away from that. So when the plow crew comes through to do their final cleanup, it's all done for them.
Okay.
alright,
I don't know if Linda had-
okay.
Check with Linda.
Linda, do you have any questions, any other
A lot,
questions?
but not right now.
How about you, Lawrence? You have any ideas, any thoughts?
No, I mean, they can switch these around any way they want, they're happy with the layout they got. They can switch them like one end and the other.
Right, right, as long as the kitchen and the
How are you
bedroom.
gonna keep this? It's gonna be radiant heat?
It won't, well, I shouldn't say it won't, it more than likely won't, because we're not gonna redo the whole pad underneath this portion. The new one probably would, but this one wouldn't.
This is station 2. Station 2.
This drawing is the existing building.
Right.
So,
It's already fired for propane, I'm sure we could put in some sort of gas fired
yeah, it'd probably
furnace or
be
something within the building.
yeah,
Heat pumps even,
forced hot air kind of thing.
yeah.
So you're gonna force it down from the ceiling.
I mean, I think that would make the most sense where it's like
It's
propane.
got all that room.
And already,
Again, yeah, all that.
I don't think there's
equipment can
okay.
live in the dead space.
I don't think there's duct work, but you know, you can put duct work in, it's already plumbed for propane, so you're saving costs there, they just gotta run lines from what's existing. I would think it would make sense to do a gas fired and duct, you know, if we gotta do,
Heat pumps.
Yeah, just the heat pumps would be the ideal.
yeah, or heat pumps
And
either
taking
way.
one of the Modynes that are in there and put it in the sally port, that's propane type
Yeah,
Modyne.
that would make perfect sense, give us a chance to melt the cruisers off.
I think there's an extra one in the library.
No, I don't think it's a Mod recommended. Modynes are the ones
The
that hang
big
from the
roof
ceiling.
mounted one,
Oh,
ceiling
no,
mounted.
yeah, I talked about the,
We're not.
And, I mean, heat pumps would work too, cause, I mean, whatever makes the most sense and whatever's gonna be the most cost
Yeah.
effective.
Right.
Heat pumps are
Somebody
gonna be
that knows
very
more than us.
expensive.
Individuals,
Yeah, heat pumps are expensive.
I was gonna say, we just had some put in at the historical, I thought they were kind of
yeah,
pricey.
if we were gonna do this whole building with those, yeah, I'm sure that would be,
No, you can get a heat pump system that would do the whole building, but you're talking 2 to 3 times the cost of a regular forced hot air propane
Yeah.
furnace.
be better
And then we'll have
than
to
that.
figure out what to do for air conditioning in the summertime, but
Oh, yeah, you could definitely.
again, that's something that we can, you know, put it out to, you know,
Todd.
put it out to Todd and be like, what do you think? What's gonna make the
Right.
most sense?
Right,
To as far as efficiency.
And actually, if I remember correctly, I think Mike already got a scope on when we presented this type of thing last time.
Yeah,
So I think Mike already has details on those types of utilities
Yep.
from the last time. Obviously, I'm sure prices have changed, but
There also might be some sort of grant out there for a high efficiency heat pump style system,
right, an
Okay.
eco grant of some kind.
right,
you know?
And you haven't had any luck, John, grant writer or nothing?
Yeah, he's actively working right now to identify what's out there.
have him look at it's rural and tribal something.
That was, he
grant.
mentioned that one, so that's on his radar.
That's one we would qualify for, cause I'm looking at one for us right now, for
So
something
I'm
else.
really hoping, I mean, I don't wanna get anybody's hopes up, but, I'm really hoping on having something before we get to the primaries. Actually, plans and everything else, and I will be applying with help from somebody that's very good at this stuff of getting congressional money. So that's not matching money, that's congressional money. So our congressmen and women are allotted money for special projects that they see fit in their communities. So like the county's laundry, so they got congressional money for the annex and they got congressional money towards the new laundry addition. at the
I don't
first-
remember if it was Jackson's fire station that they're building now, but I was reading somewhere, one of the fire department projects that's ongoing right now got congressional
money.
spending, so, yeah. And the other thing with this grant writer, he does millions of grants, so he may have a grant that somebody wrote for congressional spending for a public safety building that he'll give us as a template,
Yeah.
so that's another.
And the, like the congressional money, like I said, it's not matching and take like, Chris so the congressional money that, the county got was through Jean Shaheen's office, so that tells you how long ago that was, cause she's a senator now and is about to retire, but, they turn money back. to the federal government because they don't get enough
Really?
applicants. It's just like the Volkswagen thing, that Volkswagen grant money.
Right,
that I
Town
still
of
talk
Madison
about.
got awarded that.
Did they get some money?
Oh, they got a truck out of it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
Mhm.
yeah, so,
We're in the
well,
process.
that's a good thing, sure.
there's millions of dollars there,
Right.
nobody's tapped into that. in
The
5
only
years.
thing we have currently is the ambulance, so that's what we're gonna put forth, but see what happens.
Okay,
Okay, so we're gonna send this
so
to,
we're gonna send this out to, to Lee.
Yep,
I'll make sure Mike gets it too, so he
and
can,
we'll make a couple notes on there about the sink.
Yeah,
and
so Mike has it, I
I
talked to him
think-
today,
I think,
So he
yeah,
has it.
Mike has, but yeah, well, I had sent him the
Yeah.
copy too, so,
so, yeah,
yeah.
so you'll get with Mike too.
I'll get with Mike, yeah, and Mike is going to, he told me he was gonna call Bergeron also, just to
Yeah,
have him
Yeah, we
look,
did the contract.
right, cause the contract and the check is going out for Bergeron to come and tell us about the other questions we have. So that should be, I don't know what his schedule is,
Goes in April.
I think it's in April, that he'll come and, I know unfortunately everyone is really booked right now and it's hard to get a hold of anyone.
So we can't do anything in this building until we have,
Until we have Bergeron here, exactly.
okay.
But we can get this going and
What about the
the
apparatus building?
apparatus building, that should be able to go as well.
Oh,
Just-
Lisa.
Just for clarification, and this isn't bad mouthing anybody while we're on tape or anything, but just for clarification. When we say Sean Bergeron, that's not HEB.
No, that's
All I
Bergeron.
get is,
Lisa?
one engineer,
Lisa,
and so if he says we need such and such, he gonna put his name on that paper, and we're gonna be all set with the state, or?
Well, yes, because those aren't engineered plans. It's not a plan. He's not drafting plans
Oh,
for
but I
us.
meant,
Yes.
he's saying that we don't need such and such. So is he gonna put his name on that?
Yes,
and he'll provide like the code reference. He won't just say you don't need it, or you do need it, it's you don't need it and here's why, or you do need it and here's why. So it'll come with the code reference that shows you exactly why, and then he'll sign that.
does that make sense?
I guess. I
because
mean,
we'll have to know
you know,
whether.
we got buildings right here in Ospey that's, don't have sprinkler systems. They've just been done since 2000.
Codes change. That are multi-use mixed buildings,
You know, there's Dollar Generals. Neither one of them has,
they don't have to, because they fall underneath 9,000 square feet. And it's not a public, that's a store. So that's different than a public space.
I like that
Completely
law.
different, completely different laws. Just like the hardware store, when they built the Aubuchons, that was gonna be 10,000 square feet. So the fire chief told them, because of codes even back then, they said you're gonna have to sprinkle it, so they went to 9,000 square feet. They shrunk it a little bit, so they fell underneath that threshold.
They've smartened up, they figured out the game, build it just small enough to skirt the code.
But it's not, see that, people, and I'm not saying you are, and I mean no offense by this, but people get confused, they say like a convenience store, that's a public space, it's not. Cause they can deny you and me from going in there. We can't deny people from, we can't deny the people from coming into a public building. This is your building, this is all of our building, whatever, and all of these buildings are, so those are public buildings, completely different laws.
Like Wakefield's public safety building, when they built it, that's sprinkled. And that was back in 2000.
Quite a while ago.
Well, but they didn't initially sprinkle it, did they? It was when they added the sleeping quarters on the second floors, when they did that part? Or they did sprinkle it when
They
they,
did.
knowing
Yeah.
they were going to do mixed or overnight
If
stay?
only we had the money they do, we'd be all set.
Same thing with Jewel Hill.
Correct, well, they're doing that now.
I know we came in late, but we're not getting rid of the bunk rooms, right?
No,
Okay, good.
No, this is, that,
Yeah, we just
we
approved
just
that.
discussed all
I mean,
of that.
I don't think any of us support that, so that was
Okay,
You have, it, yeah.
yeah,
That
I just
was,
saw it on the emails.
Well, that was Chris.
yeah,
That was
Chris is,
Chris.
So I hope
yeah.
we don't do that, cause I think that's important. Especially for the future.
Yep.
And so do we have, we're going to someone to find out if we do have to sprinkle or not,
Well, we already know we do this,
we have to sprinkle.
the bunk rooms, yes,
But that's just like the home system.
correct, that can be a system like you guys put in the barn.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
PVC
not,
pipe
yeah, that's not that expensive.
right,
with a holding tank on top.
Cause it's just those two rooms.
And the holding
Right.
tank can be above,
It can be off in the, that doesn't have to be a holding tank, that has its own pump off the well.
Yeah, there's a well pump next to it and then the holding tank we have, if you wanna look at it, we've got a
Pressure,
farmhouse. And I think the farmhouse was under 10,000 and that's
In
the whole house.
second floor, first floor.
And we have a
400
gallon holding tank in the basement. So,
or just didn't put it up in the ceiling. Above, across the space. Just reinforce it, you know.
yeah, it would have to be,
I mean, there is that pad out back.
Yeah, we have that pad out back too.
And we gotta heat it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have
put a building over
But-
and heat it.
simple
Yeah.
heat for that.
That's, you don't need to get fancy.
You only gotta maintain, 40 degrees, doesn't have to be,
right,
Oh, right, yeah.
comfortable warm.
Yeah, I don't think that fire's gonna care if it's hot water coming out,
yeah, I don't think so, I don't think it's gonna worry about that.
preferably cold.
Use it for
Lisa, the other
shower.
thing was,
There you go.
Lisa, the other thing that we had discussed was the bathroom, possibly splitting that in two, relocating the IT room, if we have to expand it so that there are two bathrooms,
okay,
in case that was,
I gave this to the guy that draws it
oh, okay,
today, so he's gonna draw it out for you.
okay,
Perfect.
And
Well,
like
there's no
John
wrong.
had said before, if you want to use the guy that we use, it would
Just
be,
trying to.
the architect that does all the
right, right.
good or bad, it's I think 1,500 for him to. So,
Do you know what his availability looks like?
he'll do it whenever we ask him to.
So where's the check come from?
So if we find out Lee is booked,
Yeah, if we use
that might
her,
be a good second
yeah,
option.
exactly,
And no, he'll do it whenever we ask him.
And it's already in his hands, so that's nice.
yeah, because I know, Mike was saying Lee was really booked out.
Right. So if that's a quicker
So if
option,
that's quicker for us to
No,
get,
he'll do it, we give him a lot of work, so he'll. We give him whatever he does it.
very good.
Scribble on the name.
So you can dictate
Okay.
to him, it's purely for
So just give me the
tracking.
high sign on that if we decide to go
That's what I'm
there.
trying to do.
But the next meeting, I should have their plan.
It's an
their
after
plan, right,
Maybe give Lee a
Okay.
break.
Well, it's not, it's just a
Exactly.
different company.
exactly.
Because otherwise.
Because I know that Mike is then pressuring him, you gotta work on it, gotta work on it, gotta work
Do
on
you have
it.
contact info, or should we send it to John, just cause there's a couple things we wanted to like,
Writes it in there.
no,
Send it to me.
send it to Lisa,
Yep,
okay.
John's no longer there. So,
I'm thinking also,
What?
as
so send it to
long as he
me.
does the
I'm
shell
busy.
sheet that I gave him.
Gentleman, Ethan, who will do it, and he's fabulous and you'll love him even more.
There's no more John.
So, go with John.
Yeah, no more John.
John bought a fence company.
Wow, okay,
So he's in the fencing business?
yes, touche.
Just kidding, John.
But that's,
I'm
like,
still in touch with John.
Yeah, we can send you an email, I think
right,
one of us will come.
Put it together tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, JT and I'll work
Just
together
send it to
tomorrow.
me and then I'll get it over to Ethan. When I do that, I'll include you with Ethan so that you guys can get in touch with Ethan. And
Excellent.
I'll bring Ethan here so you guys can
Okay.
meet him and get to feel comfy with him.
Okay.
And we wouldn't be doing this for like a year, right? Okay,
We would have to wait till
Vote it on
after
next town meeting, yeah.
yeah,
next town meeting.
the book solids.
now,
Yeah.
Lisa was saying that, they would be able to have their architect, it would be $1,500. We don't know what Lee's booking is like, I know he's booked out a lot, so as a backup, that might be a good secondary.
Get a hold of Mike.
Why?
Bill.
That was, so 1,500 for her
Architect.
architect,
Yeah,
Architect.
we'll do the drawings for nothing.
and his time is available right now?
He'll do it whenever we ask him to.
I talked to Mike today and he's at Lee's house tonight, so they were gonna talk about it over dinner tonight. So,
So we can have it.
we can call
So
Mike
we'll know,
tomorrow,
yeah.
find out what Lee's availability
I
was
don't
Right.
like.
wanna, I
If,
don't wanna.
well, yeah, but if
leave
it's,
that,
if Lee can't handle it for another 4 weeks, I would say.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly,
Exactly.
because we want this done,
Well, I agree, but, and I don't wanna delay this, don't get me wrong, but we also don't know
well, we don't know this yet.
That's true.
what, I mean, if he had, let's just say he had this in the apparatus bay, whoever, that they were putting on paper, so we had
You know.
elevations, we had all that stuff, so that we could start the bidding process and so on and so
Maximize their
forth.
time.
Right,
Then they're doing it all at once instead of piecemealing, work on this one now, and then they try to fit us in for this one later on. I mean, we're not gonna have even the expertise to say what we can consider here until
Right.
1st of April.
I think with Lee, he'll do the piecemeal because he's so familiar. But I think if we're gonna hire somebody else, wait till we have everything.
And just keep in mind, we're not talking months away, I mean, it's the 17th of March now. Yes, time clicks by in a hurry,
Right.
but
It's been 2 years.
right,
So who you having coming, like, because Paco will come look at that with no charge and do your elevations and all that stuff.
not that part of it, it's, so we have that's what we were talking about with Lawrence when you guys walked in. So, Sean Bergeron is a consultant, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna say consultant, that he knows all of the codes and stuff like that, so
Yep.
they'll come here and say, okay, they'll look at our current space
Okay,
and be able to tell us if we can add on to this, if it has to be separate. And
That's good.
they'll put to paper what the exact codes that we're making reference to and that sort of thing. It's not an engineer,
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about. That way we know, are we doing a three-sided block addition off this?
no, that's
Does it
fine,
have to be freestanding?
yeah,
And the whole conversation is, by adding on to this, does that in turn make this space have to come up to current codes? Cause if that's the case, I think we're all still on the same page, that make that
yeah,
freestanding
exactly,
with a breezeway, a walkway or something. And then we don't have the expense of bringing this part up to code. That's the, for me, that's the
yeah,
biggest
that's the
thing.
biggest thing,
Is
yes,
because you're adding hundreds of thousands of dollars
Yep.
to this building, if that's the case. Well, we don't know the answers to that. Lawrence got some answers from a guy at the fire marshal's office. And I'm still gonna stick to my earlier statements, it's like, municipality, who's coming after us? The fire chief?
no, you know,
It's the others, but when I have somebody else up and
that's smart to do that.
so that's what, we're
Sean.
finding out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean is going to let us know. But now he's not gonna be around until April, the beginning of April. Like I said, everyone's booked.
Yeah, when we signed the contract 2 weeks ago, he said that he was a month out, so he
Yeah,
said that his workload, he wouldn't be available until April.
It's a busy time.
it is, it is.
It is.
So this is done.
Nice.
The apparatus building. We finalized that? I don't think we finalized it yet, no.
I'm assuming from what you said about not hearing back from him, we don't know about the truss question. From the Lester building.
Was I supposed to take a trash question? I
Truss
missed that.
sizing, yeah. Their standard sizing, remember there was
a question.
question about the exact dimension based on what their truss sizing is.
I guess I missed that part, so there were the half sizes, what the additional cost was gonna be. And what I mean by that is because they span 10 feet, so they're in 10-foot intervals.
Right,
Intervals, so like the whole point I was making was, it would be cheaper for us to go 70 than it would 65.
Right.
Because that adds extra stuff.
So, I guess we have the answer to that question then at that point.
Correct. But that's cheaper for them,
but it might not,
for design purposes.
right,
And the way it's laid out, but for as big as you make it, so then you have to add all the other stuff.
Right,
You're adding concrete,
right,
you're adding electrical, you're adding plumbing, you're adding dirt work.
And their price didn't come with a slab.
No, so he was pricing a slab, blown-in insulation for the ceiling, and 3 garage doors. What's that?
No, but we'll take care of that.
Okay.
So are we discussing that, or?
So, I mean, we can discuss it, I don't have the plans in front of me,
No, you don't, it was on the computer.
that was on the computer, that's
Yeah, he
right,
didn't- he didn't
that's
print it
right,
off.
he didn't print them. I'm looking, I'm like, didn't I have the plans?
No. Your plan's
Your
Tyler.
plans?
Mine?
When
Yeah,
you
for the
presented
The most
apparatus.
current of the apparatus. Do I have it?
And the, I mean,
I believe I emailed them.
I'm just one single opinion over here, but, not saying it has to be less the building, but I think for economic purposes, the money, selling this to everybody, we don't wanna shoot our, right on the nose off the spider face and get too greedy.
Exactly,
I think the 50 by 60, obviously, you know, I'd love to have a mansion, just so I can go on the other side of the house and scream if I wanted, but that's not in the cards, so. With this addition of this, giving the daily chore space and things like that.
right,
And having the apparatus, it's far surpasses anything we have now or anything we have in the future. I just don't wanna see something get voted down and go away or not even be considered. And then we're
Back up.
back to square
Yeah,
one
I
and we're
agree.
exactly what we have now.
I agree,
And people are gonna look at that
yeah,
as, you're doing it now with what you got. Why do you need all this? Well, the greedier we get, perception wise, that mindset's gonna stay there.
right,
I would say so from what I've heard from different ones. You're exactly right, Chris.
cause they're not gonna see the need, like, I don't think half of them realize what's going on in the back.
Oh,
The modular, I'm sure,
Oh, everybody knows.
Free tour.
they know, but have they really, well, most people know, but have they even looked? You know, they hear, okay, it's a mess, it's this, it's that, but in their mind, like, to your point, well, you've been working around it all this time. You know, without seeing it,
Well, you're talking about taxpayers?
yeah,
Taxpayers don't intend it, so we haven't really shown anything.
no, that's true. That's true, they should really,
I mean, we've always tiptoed
See.
around certain issues,
Yeah, we haven't finalized
I-
for
nothing.
obvious
yeah.
reasons, but.
Yeah, there's certain things that we can and can't say as
Right,
far as
right.
UIs.
Right. So do you have a picture of the apparatus?
I don't think we have it with us.
no, Tyler doesn't have.
But you
his
had,
computer.
Well, yeah, but you had the one Lester, right?
Correct.
Alright, well, we'll have to
Did
hold
you
that
get
one
that,
off then,
Lisa?
so,
Did you get that? Did you guys get that? You guys got that, right? The Lester one?
Yeah, I got the last
Yeah.
one, yep, yep, thank you.
So could they quote that? Size, 50 by 60?
I mean, if that all, I was just speaking for myself.
I
right,
understand.
that you
So-
got those quotes for that size, correct?
No, I was also speaking for myself, that I think that I personally believe that is, we shouldn't, that should be the size that we should be going for. Don't want to lose everything because our community feels like we're being too greedy.
You go
No,
for
I
it.
do think you're
Nice and
right.
steep, you can always, the community grows, and the money
Yeah, as
you
long as you build, you can extend it,
extend,
Right,
at least get a start.
not add on.
Any progression forward is better than what we have now. It's gonna be I lost what word I was
It's
trying
always
to
gonna
find
build
there.
out with it, no matter what you do.
Right.
It's gonna be a step up from where we're at right
Yeah,
now.
of course.
Any improvement is, forward progression, and that's the way that we need to be headed.
And just make it so that if you need to add on in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, can go on, right.
That's all.
So I was looking at it from the standpoint, I was trying to find your Leicester stuff. From Patco's standpoint, you know the size, pretty much just apparatus.
Yeah, a 50 by 60.
3
they-
doors.
They can just quote it, yep, they'll quote it.
Just get a price.
Get a price. You want 3 doors, I guess the only thing I would need to know is the size of the doors that you're looking for. And if you want anything finished in the interior of the building. Or if you just want just a steel building,
So the doors are 14 feet high and 14 feet wide, I believe, right?
so 14 by 14, 3 14 by 14 doors.
Yes, and then,
Okay,
No, 14 by 12. 14 tall, 12 wide.
yes,
3, 4, 6, yeah.
alright, 14 by 12.
To make it easier,
You
Lisa, we
go
can
any
include
wider
that in the
than not
email that
having-
JT and I
Yeah.
are working
Okay.
Not gonna have
Exactly.
enough room
Right,
to get
JT?
those in there.
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah, just get over to me tomorrow, they're all in tomorrow, so that'd be great if I could get it tomorrow.
can do.
And I'll make sure I bring something back next time.
Then we'll just talk more about that next meeting. We'll just talk more about the
Okay,
apparatus
that's what I thought.
next meeting.
I just need a
Yeah,
price
when we
here,
have the
Yeah,
stuff,
just the
right.
price.
and that's with the cement, the
So slab,
slab
It'll come on a slab, yep, they price it in a slab,
insulated too, right?
and they
Insulated.
usually include the
Oh,
excavation
yeah,
work
let's
too,
do other trucks first.
it's usually the whole thing.
So JT, you'll send that?
Yeah, we'll get that wrapped up.
Yeah, we'll sit down in the morning and get everything over to Lisa for
Okay.
Patco.
And then I'll send it to Ethan and include you guys so you guys can
Mhm.
chat with him.
Ethan,
Ethan, remember that name.
Ethan, not John.
What did
Not John.
Mike want? Who's he favors for 40 years?
I don't know.
I don't think I think he just, made the same suggestions before, is reach out to Paco, get price from Lester, reach out to one of them steel building companies. We did have the conversation about the example of, across from what formerly was Brooks Motor Sale, it's called Ridings now, just before the Osprey Country Store. There's a guy that does metal work there. He just put up, one of those steel buildings, starts with an S and I know what it's called.
Gosh Ag.
What?
Gosh Agni. Or Gosh Ag something.
Yeah, not the owner's name, the company that put the building up.
Oh, that was Morton.
It wasn't Morton.
Was it Morton?
No,
There's something else, it starts with an S.
it was a steel building company.
Oh, Seacoast, was it Seacoast Crane?
Yes, Seacoast.
About same size?
No, it's,
It's a one bed garage.
yeah,
Oh,
But it's just another steel building.
Right,
And
But-
the one good thing about Paco is they'd be able to come in and do all of it simultaneously, get it done,
yeah, complete work,
yeah,
truck, yeah.
it'd be quick.
all right.
As
Any
far as
other,
this one, we're waiting for,
you have to wait for, yeah, I told you,
yep,
you have to wait for Bergeron to come, for Sean to come. And then at least we'll have some answers. So we are moving along, I think.
and you said Mike's gonna contact Bergeron this week?
Yes, he was gonna give him a call this week. He was gonna do it when I saw him at the meeting. And I said, well, hold off because we're signing the manifest at elections it was, next week. So he said, okay, I won't call him and tell him that it's coming this week. So I said it will go out Wednesday, so.
But the contract did go out,
The contract was faxed out, but it also said that the check with the original contract will be sent on to separate
but
copies.
you still could've contacted him.
Well, he knew that that was coming, but the check, I think it was.
That's not a big deal.
thing, So. So is there anything else? We don't have any other really pricing available. And we'll have the other plans. Anything else?
the only other thing I would say is, the conversation about the trees out back and having them removed or not will all be based on.
That's right, on
what
what's
this
gonna
will do.
happen here.
And I
Exactly.
still think regardless of what we do back here, even if it's an addition on, we still have an exterior door with parking out here,
Oh, I agree,
so.
I agree. Okay, that being said,
Motion to adjourn. Seconded.
geez,
Oh, in favor?
wow. Let's see, motion.